Keanu Reeves is not just an actor with a quiet charm and unforgettable roles like Neo in The Matrix or John Wick with unmatched grit. He is a symbol of resilience, humility, and hope in a world that often forgets what those things really mean. Born in Beirut, Lebanon, and raised in Toronto, Canada, Keanu's life from the very beginning was anything but stable. His father left when he was just 3 years old, abandoning the family and leaving a hole that could never quite be filled. As a young boy, he moved from city to city, school to school, battling not just instability but also dyslexia, which made learning a painful challenge. Despite these odds, Keanu never gave up. He wasn't the loudest or the smartest, but he had something that mattered more: a quiet strength, a belief that life was worth living even when it didn't make sense. He chased his dream of acting with relentless passion, often sleeping in his car, doing odd jobs, and taking roles that paid little but fed his spirit. And finally, the world noticed. His breakout roles in Speed and The Matrix turned him into a global superstar. But what the world didn't see behind the cameras was a man constantly wrestling with loss and heartbreak. In 1999, just as he was touching the height of his career, his girlfriend Jennifer Syme gave birth to their stillborn daughter. The pain of that loss, the anticipation turned into silence, shattered both of them emotionally. A year later, Jennifer died in a tragic car accident. In the span of months, Keanu lost both a child and the woman he loved. For many, such grief would be the end, but not for Keanu. He grieved, quietly, away from the spotlight. He didn't turn his pain into bitterness. He didn't self-destruct. Instead, he lived with grace. He kept acting, yes, but he also kept giving. Few know that he donated millions from his Matrix salary to the special effects and costume departments. Few know he bought Harley-Davidson motorcycles for each stuntman on The Matrix as a thank you. And even fewer realize he quietly funds children's hospitals without putting his name on the donations. He lives modestly, rides the subway, and talks to the homeless as if they were his own family. Because Keanu knows what it's like to have nothing. He knows how it feels to be broken and to rebuild silently. He knows that success isn't in red carpets or headlines. It's in choosing to be kind when the world gives you every reason not to be. His sister Kim battled leukemia for years, and Keanu put his career on hold to care for her, spending millions on her treatment, never mentioning it in interviews or using it for publicity. He doesn't need applause. He knows that the real applause comes from the heart. What makes Keanu's story powerful isn't just that he faced tragedy, millions do, it's that he faced it without becoming bitter. He didn't numb himself with fame. He didn't let his pain define him. He turned his suffering into something beautiful: compassion, patience, gratitude. He reminds us that being a good human doesn't require headlines. You just need to care, even when no one is looking. If you're going through something hard right now, if life feels unfair, overwhelming, or empty, look at Keanu. He didn't have a perfect childhood, a perfect love story, or a perfect life. But he has something better: peace, purpose, and perspective. His life proves that we don't always get to choose what happens to us, but we do get to choose what we do with it. Pain will shape us, but it doesn't have to shatter us. You can keep going. You can start again. You can choose light even in darkness. So the next time you're ready to give up, remember Keanu Reeves, the man who lost everything but kept his soul intact. The man who smiled through tears. The man who taught us that sometimes the strongest warriors are the quietest ones, fighting battles we never see, and inspiring millions by simply refusing to give up. Be that kind of strong. Be unstoppable. Not because you don't fall, but because you always rise.